I think it's safe to say that Cyberpunk 2 is one of the most anticipated games on the horizon. Of course, you have GTA 6, you have Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 5, which is way off. The Cyberpunk 2, it's definitely up there. Today, that's what this video is all about. Cyberpunk 2, all the news, confirmations, leaks, new rumors, everything to the follow-up that ended up being one of the best games of the decade, which is wild because of how it actually started. And we already know it's not exactly called Cyberpunk 2 officially yet, but we're going to dive into everything we've heard. The solid announcements, the fan theories, spoiler alert were noted because we are going to have some spoilers in this, and I'm going to break it all down for you guys. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos. Do me a favor, drop a like, make sure you're subscribed, turn on those notifications, and get in the comment section and get talking like you always do. I truly, truly love reading all the comments. Yes, I read every single comment on every single video. I do. I really, really do. And if I heart it, that means I liked it. If I didn't heart it, it means you probably came across in a bad, bad way. Now, as always, we start off with the official news and the development status. Let's get up to date. CDPR has been dropping hints on Orion's development. We're going to call it Orion, back and forth to Cyberpunk 2. In February 2024, they did a press release and they said the sequel is in early stages of development. Well, by May 2025, they reiterated that Cyberpunk 2 Project Orion is now in pre-production. The game is being built on the Unreal Engine 5. No more of CDPR's RED engine going on here, and it's being handled by their North American studios. That's Boston and Vancouver. Now, since the main Polish team is tied up with The Witcher 4, we'll do a video on that soon as well. Many of the same leads from Cyberpunk 2077 and the Phantom Liberty DLC, well, they're on board for Orion. I mean, the narrative director Igor, the associate director Paul, they're all there. So in short, the game is real and alive and in very good hands. It's in early days right now, expect years of development, but industry analysts, they're talking, and they're pegging a release date, which we'll talk about toward the end of the video. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. Now, one of the biggest teasers so far is that Cyberpunk 2 won't be limited to Night City. Multiple sources say the sequel will still include Night City, plus at least one entirely new city. In fact, CDPR co-founder Mike Pondsmith, who is Cyberpunk's creator, gave us the first hint. He was shown concept art of a new city in Project Orion and said, "It doesn't feel like Blade Runner. It feels more like Chicago gone wrong." We talked about this in the last video we did when we covered Cyberpunk 2, and a lot of people, they were on board with Chicago. They were on board with going somewhere other than Night City, but I'm going to ask you guys in the comments, where do you think they should go if they're going to branch out? The translation from him, picture a gritty industrial mega city inspired by Chicago's vibe, not the shiny Night City neon lights that we're used to. Radio Times also confirmed that Project Orion will maintain an open world, but expand on it with a second major city in addition to Night City. So you can expect Cyberpunk 2 to be multi-city. Night City remains, of course, and then a brand new hometown, possibly called something like Chicago or similar in their lore, that has gone the wrong direction. Night City still exists. Pondsmith emphasizes, though, Night City is there, but we're going to get to go we're going to visit somewhere that's had some heat to it. Now, what about V? What about Johnny? Officially, CDPR hasn't spilled any story details yet, but let's talk about fan theories and clues from 2077's endings that could give us some ideas of what to expect. One theory is that Orion may pick up from the end of 2077, depending on your finale. You let me know which one you got. After the Phantom Liberty DLC, fans were wondering, does our V survive the post-credits fate? Now, Decrypt's analysis notes that one option is starting with V leading a raid, the sun ending with Arasaka, or going on the road with the Nomads. If you got the star ending, you know what I'm talking about. Another popular idea, Orion might feature a new protagonist with V himself existing only as a digital engram in the storage. Now, in 2077's Where Is My Mind ending, V's mind is stored in Makashi. Now, some fans speculate that in Orion, we could actually meet the digital V or even still have Keanu Reeves' Johnny Silverhand pop up as a ghost in that machine. Nothing is confirmed. Those are common threads online. And, I mean, come on. They're not going to not reference Johnny Silverhand somehow. I know he may not pop up as a ghost, but he's definitely going to he's going to be referenced, of course. I mean, let's elaborate there. Johnny Silverhand. They haven't said yes or no, but I believe, and it's widely believed, that Johnny's story is done. He died in 2077, spoiler alert, but he could appear in flashbacks, he could appear as a ghost, or he could appear as an engram. I mean, for now, It's all speculation, but I'm telling you right now, wink, wink, he's going to be there. Other characters, like Rogue's fate, is still up in the air. The voice actor James Perry has hinted that Rogue may or may not have survived. So we'll see. Even Idris Elba's Solomon Reed from Phantom Liberty could pop up again if the timeline works out right. Now, there's no cast announcement yet, but you have theory crafting happening, and the bottom line is expect at least one new hero, of course, a new protagonist, but old favorites like Rogue or any of them definitely could show up. Now, let's talk about features that I feel they're aiming for this time around, or at least that the devs have hinted at. One big point of emphasis was choices matter more. CDPR's own Sasko said Orion will validate player decisions, making the story more reactive than 2077 was. Philip Weber, who's the narrative director, even teased that the original Life Path system, your backstory choice, might play a bigger role in the sequel. So your choice of Nomad, Street Kid, Corp Origin, it could really change the opening or NPC interactions in Cyberpunk 2. There's another hot topic. It's multiplayer. Remember how CDPR once had big plans for Cyberpunk MMO years ago? Officially a single-player RPG, but early hints suggest they haven't completely ruled out multiplayer components. In fact, in January of last year, CEO of CDPR himself, Adam Badowski, said the team is considering multiplayer elements for the next Cyberpunk. That can mean anything, of course. It could be co-op missions to shared online hubs. We don't know. Don't hold your breath for full PvP, but it could happen. It's likely experimental, but they're at least talking about it, if that's something you're interested in. Some people aren't. I mean, fans on Reddit have speculated on all sorts of details. For example, some think that the title might end up being year-based. So Cyberpunk 2080, since Cyberpunk 2 is just a fan placeholder at the moment, and CDPR's PR boss Ola Sanchez even explicitly said in an interview, Cyberpunk 2 is not the official title. It just means it's another Cyberpunk game. So other guesses on forums include references to Orwell's 1984, so maybe Cyberpunk 2084 or the year 2099. Now, I'm going to lean towards the 2080. I don't know why. I just think you time jump 3 years. I think that's a good spot. I don't know why, but that's where I'm leaning. And then, of course, tech upgrades. The switch to Unreal Engine 5. I mean, it should mean better graphics, larger crowds. Jobs are posting hints at the most realistic crowd system in gaming and overall polish for the game. CDPR is using generative AI to fill in voice lines for the lost actor in Phantom Liberty, which also suggests that they're not shy about new tech tricks. So Cyberpunk 2 should look and feel leaps ahead of 2077, which is saying something because 2077 is an amazing looking game. So let's recap, everybody. We know it's in pre-production. We know they're switching to the Unreal Engine 5. We have strong hints that the game's going to take place in Night City and a brand new city, Chicago gone wrong. Just have that vibe. And original devs from Phantom Liberty's team are leading the charge. It even talks about your choices being more reactive, maybe a multiplayer mode, and probably some old heroes returning, Johnny or V or both in some capacity, but of course we're going to get a new protagonist. If we get anything new that breaks, I will definitely keep you guys updated. I truly appreciate you. And a really quick thank you for 10,000 subscribers on the channel. Now it's the road to 20,000. Oh, we'll get there. We will. You guys are amazing. I'll see you soon.